Hello folks, what we're looking at here is a Sunburst Cherry growing in Cork in Ireland. It's in summer here. This tree is on Dwarf rootstock and has been in the ground for just over 2 years. I'm not entirely sure what the Dwarf rootstock is. I think it might be Pixie or St. Julian A. But this tree is growing very well. Sunburst Cherry, its parents are Stella and Van, which are both very hardy varieties of cherry, and I just wanted to do a quick video to show you some of the good and some of the bad of this tree. It's fruited 2 years in a row. Flowered 2 years in a row, but it hasn't ever fruited yet. It had fruitlets this year and the fruitlets dropped off. It didn't have many at all, but it did have a lot of flowers. Cherries are meant to fruit after 4 to 5 years. So this one basically is growing very strongly and establishing itself, and that's why I wanted to do this progress review today, because it's just growing so strongly, and it looks like such a wonderful tree. Now it does have some problems, and that's here you can see we've got this curl. It's not leaf curl like it looks like. It doesn't have the blistering of peach leaf curl, but it's actually from small black aphids. And these aphids get underneath these leaves and they love them, and they suck out all the juice. There's some black aphids right there. And they make the leaves curl. So overall the tree is growing really vigorously, and the vigor is what is going to save this tree from its problems. And another problem would be some canker. And here's a little bit more canker. So that canker, I could cut that out, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it establish itself, and then I'll cut those out towards the end of this, towards the end of summer, which is when you're meant to prune cherries. And I think its vigor will outgrow any of these small problems that it's got. And you can see there's still a lot of leaves, even though the new leaves are being eaten by these aphids. It's growing really strongly, and I don't think I'm going to have any trouble getting fruit on this tree in either next year or the year after. What I will have trouble with though is the birds. I have a feeling the birds are going to love this cherry. So I'll report back on it once it's fruiting, but for now I just wanted to do a quick progress update to show how strong this tree is growing. The vigor is fantastic, the leaves are great. There was actually a tiny little bit of fungus, I think, in here. Where was I? Okay, there's a couple of leaves that look like this. But overall it's just doing really well, growing quite strongly. So that would be the Sunburst Cherry. I'll just zoom out again so you can get a good idea of the size of it after 2 years in the ground. It was very small when I bought it. It was the same size as the apple to the left of it, which is on a Dwarf rootstock as well.